We need really big voices, remember.
Springtime, yes, it's springtime. We're here to say goodbye to snow. Springtime, yes, it's springtime. Sit back now and enjoy our show.
How you feeling?
Goodbye, my winter suit by M.M. Odecker. Goodbye, my winter suit. Goodbye, my hat and boot. Goodbye, my ear-protecting muffs and stones that hail and hoop.
Farewell to snow and sleet, farewell to cream of wheat, farewell to ice cream and salt and slush around there.
Right on to daffodils, right on to whippoorwills, right on to chirp-producing eggs and baby birds and quills. The bee is on the wing, the kite is on the string, the sun is where the sun should be. It's spring, all right, it's spring. There are two holidays in the spring, Easter and St. Patrick's Day. Listen carefully to the Easter Rabbit by Dorothy Oles and the Leprechaun stories we wrote ourselves that tell more about these two holidays. The Easter Rabbit by Dorothy Oles. The Easter Rabbit keeps a very cheerful hen that likes to lay blue and red and green and yellow eggs for him on Easter Day. He puts the eggs inside his basket with a lot of other things. Bunnies with pink ears and whiskers, little ducks with tinkling feedback. Then on tiptoe he comes, hopping, hiding secrets everywhere, speckled eggs behind the mirror, sugar bird nests in the chair. If we saw him, we would give him tender lettuces to eat, but he slips out very softly on his pussy little feet.
Leprechaun by Jonathan Burmester. One day an old man was walking. He saw something through the bushes. It was a leprechaun. He grabbed the leprechaun by his arm. They had to go through glass, mud, rain, and water. The leprechaun tricked him into looking at a cute girl. He looked and didn't get the gold, then he cried.
The Pot of Gold by Dakota Bedwood. It was a sunny day in Ireland. Frederick walked along the road. Then he heard the footsteps of a little man. Who may you be? Asked Frederick. I be Patrick, said the little man. Are you a leprechaun? Asked Frederick. Arg, said the little man. You discovered my secret. I've got my eye on you, said Frederick. Oh no, I know what that means. If you keep your eye on me, I have to give you me pot gold. That's right, said Frederick. A green leaf clover, said Patrick. You won't trick me, said Frederick. Now, give me ye pot of gold. Oh, all right, said Patrick. Here you go. Yippee, yelled Patrick. See the end. Bob didn't get the gold by Eli Beagle. One day a man was walking, and he heard a
He heard something behind a bush. He looked behind the bush. Bob saw a leprechaun. Bob kept his eyes on him. Then the leprechaun started to trick him. Bob never took his eyes off of him. Still, he never took his eyes off of him. Then the leprechaun had to take him to the gold. The leprechaun was tricking him to still tricking him. The leprechaun said, watch your step so you don't slid down as they went over the hill. But Bob still didn't listen. The leprechaun said, there is a spider right there. Don't step on it. Bob looked down. The leprechaun disappeared, and Bob never got the gold.
The Leprechaun Story by Dalton Merkel. One sunny day, Mike was walking on the path. Then Mike heard a sound in the tall grass. He saw a leprechaun. He grabbed the little man. He knew that leprechaun would trick him. The leprechaun said, look, it's a dog with a horn by the tree. Mike did not look at the tree. Mike said, no more tricks. Take me to your goal. They made it to the goal. Mike got the goal.
Nick and the leprechaun with Gracie Gate. A long time ago, Nick trapped a leprechaun. Nick did not take his eyes off him. Nick said, yes, I got the gold. Nick, the leprechaun, did not want to give the gold to Nick. The leprechaun said, come to the end of the rainbow. The leprechaun tried to trick him. Watch out behind you. There is a cop behind you, said the leprechaun. The boy did not look, but the leprechaun gave the gold to Nick. Nick came running home to his mom. Nick said, I got the gold.
Really loud.
The pot of gold by Nathan Gretz. There was an old man who saw a leprechaun. He looked at the leprechaun all day. Then the leprechaun tricked him. The leprechaun said the tree would follow me. But the old man didn't listen. Then the leprechaun gave him a pot of gold.
Gold back in 200. Once upon a time, there was a little boy. The Gold by Molly Houghton. There was an old leprechaun. There was a boy. He tried to get the leprechaun. He got it. The leprechaun said to him, go in the river. But the boy didn't go. There's a pretty girl, said the leprechaun. But the boy didn't look, so he got the gold.
The leprechaun by Anna Nuss. Once upon a time, there was a leprechaun. One day, a little girl was outside walking. She found him and caught him. Yes, she said. The leprechaun said, if you keep your eyes on me, you will get my pot of gold. So they walked along together. Watch your steps, said the leprechaun. She did not listen. They walked along, and the leprechaun said, there is water below. But the girl still didn't listen. They Then they got to the pot of gold. The girl got it. She lived happily ever after with the pot of gold. Joe and the Leprechaun by Graham Napier. One sunny day in England, Joe heard whistling behind the bush. So Joe pulled back the bush and Joe snuck up on a leprechaun making fairy shoes. The leprechaun said, "Look at that pretty girl on a white stallion." Joe said, "There are a lot of those." He didn't look. Then I guess I have to give you my gold. But I was going to give this old woman the gold. She has a chicken, but the chicken has one leg. The chicken has infected feet, said the leprechaun. Joe put his leg up on his eyes, and then he noticed there was no horse, old woman, or chicken. He never got the gold. The Little Boy and the Leprechaun by Lincoln McGraw. There was a boy, he heard tapping sound behind the wall. He looked behind the wall. He saw a leprechaun. He told the leprechaun to take him to his gold. The leprechaun said, "There's a tree, it's going to fall on you." The boy didn't look. They walked on. Then the leprechaun said, "There's a pretty gold behind you." The boy did not look. He got the pot of gold.
John and the Leprechaun by Alexis Neal. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named John. One day, John heard footsteps behind a bush. He quickly looked behind the bush. He found a leprechaun walking. John grabbed the leprechaun's arm. "Tell me where your gold is," John said. "Okay, close your eyes first," said the leprechaun. Then the leprechaun disappeared. The next day, John heard footsteps again. He grabbed the leprechaun like before. "You're not going to fool me this time," said John. "I might trick you again," said the leprechaun. "If you trick me," said John, "I'll not fall for it." "Hey, there's a policeman here to the rescue," said the leprechaun. "Still not going to fool me." "Fine," said the leprechaun. "I will show you where the gold is. It is at the end of the rainbow." "Come with me," said John. "Okay," and together they went to get the gold.
The Gold by Max Sealy. One day a leprechaun had gold. He tried to trick me. He tried to make me look up the track me. I didn't look. "I'll keep that gold," said the leprechaun. And I did keep that gold.
Tina and the Leprechaun by Emily Stevenson. Once upon a time, Tina was walking to school. She heard a tapping sound behind a tree. Tina peeked behind the tree. She saw the leprechaun. "I'm going to keep my eyes on you, so take me to your pot of gold," Tina said. The leprechaun said, "Look, the prince is behind you." Tina did not look at the prince. The leprechaun took her to his pot of gold.
The Gold by Kyle Walsh. Once there was a man who heard laughing. He went to it. It was a leprechaun. He kept his eyes on him for a long time. "Hey, look, there's a witch behind you. Go run," said the leprechaun. "No, I know what you are doing. You are tricking me. Now, show me my gold." "Here it is," said the leprechaun. "Thanks," said the boy. He got the gold.
by Lucas Whitaker. A long time ago, there lived a man named Billy. He went for a walk in the woods. Then he saw a little man. He saw that it really was a leprechaun. Then the man wanted his gold. The leprechaun said, "You might get my gold. You can try. Look, there's a snake. Nice try, but I didn't fall for it," said Bill. He tried again, but the man didn't fall for it. "Look out," said the leprechaun. "What?" said the man. "There's a tree that is going to fall on you," said the leprechaun. The man looked away, and the man didn't get the gold.
There are many signs of spring. Kites are flying high, robins are returning, birds are building their nests, and soon dandelions will be dotting our lawns. Spring is a wonderful time of the year.
My kite by Robin Beach is gone. The busy wind is out today, blowing all the clouds away, and chasing butterflies and bees, and making music in the trees. My kite carries fallen high till it is lost up in the sky.
Robin by Tom Robinson. Hop and skip on a lawn, robin, redbreast, come and gone.
You skip so fast among the ground. Stop, hop, and stop. Look around.
I spy a tree that wants me to read.
Bob your head, catch him quick, pull and haul, tug and string, with might and main, gulp and swell, that is all very slick.
The Tragedy by Anne Cooper. As I went out a-walking on a summer's day, I met a dandelion standing proudly in the wind. But something very dreadful must have happened overnight. When I passed that way next morning, his hair had all turned red.
Among the trees is a bird's nest, and in her nest are 3 eggs rest, and in each egg there lies asleep a tiny bird.
Spring rains have many important jobs. They clean the winter dirt away. They bring many flowers and they are fun to play in. We hope you enjoy our poems about spring rains.
Here come the rain clouds passing by, dropping raindrops in my eyes. Then comes the sunshine up so high, like a diamond in the sky. Ho, 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 blue and gold. Ho, 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 blue and gold. Under the rainbow, yes sirree. Under the rainbow, you and me.
Spring rain by Marshett Chute. The storm came up so very quick they couldn't help and quicker. I should have brought my hat along, I should have got my slipper.
My hair is wet, my feet are wet. It couldn't be much wetter. I fell into a river once, but this is even better.
Raindrops by Isla Pascal Wilkinson. I love to lie awake and hear the pitter-patter of the rain. I make believe it plays with me, tap tapping on the window. In daytime too, I love to see the raindrops bounce upon the street. They bounce and skip like fairy sky with crystal slippers on their feet.
The Rainbow Fairies by Lizzie M. Head. Two little clouds one summer's day went flying through the sky. They went so fast they bumped their heads and both began to cry.
Old Father Sun looked out and said, "Oh, never mind, my dear. I'll send my little fairy folks to dry your falling tears." One fairy came in violet and one in indigo. In blue, green, yellow, orange, red, they make a pretty robe.
They wiped the clouds' tears all away, and then from out the sky, upon a line the sunbeams made, they hung their gowns to dry.
The coming of spring is a fun and exciting time of year. We hope you can feel our excitement for the coming of spring in the following poems that welcome this season.
Blue sky smiles, I all more.
When blue sky smiles and birds come back, and little flowers are springing, I feel inside all shining warm, like dancing and like singing.
Wake Up by May Kidman Aldous.
Wake up, it's time for spring. Can you hear the robin sing? When the caterpillar nods her head, oh, she wants to stay in bed. Wake up, it's very clear. Winter's gone and spring is here.
Spring is here today by Patricia Stone Mountain.
I don't have to put my boots on, mittens, scarf, or hat. All I need now is a sweater and a ball and bat.
There are
No more little snowflakes falling on my nose.
Jack
Frost is very busy freezing up my toes. Now we're soft and gentle, it is time to play. All the world is brightly saying, spring is here today.
Out to Spring by Walter Albert.
Oh spring, you wonderful thing. Oh spring, oh spring, oh spring. Oh spring, oh spring, when the birdies sing, I feel like a king. Oh spring.
Spring by Carla Cuskin.
I'm shouting.
I'm singing.
I'm swinging through trees. I'm winging sky high with the buzz and the bees. I'm the sun.
I'm the moon.
I'm the dew on the rose.
I'm a rabbit whose habit is twitching his nose.
I'm lively.
I'm lovely.
I'm kicking my heels.
I'm crying from depths of a freshwater eel.
I'm racing through meadows without any
I'm
cloud.
a gambling man.
I'm a white leaping goat. I'm a bud.
I'm a blue. I'm a dove on the wing.
I'm
running on rooftops and welcoming spring. Springtime, yes, it's springtime. When you say goodbye to snow. Springtime, yes, it's springtime. We hope that you enjoy our show.
That is the end of the show. Let's give them another round of applause.